We launched the Technical Writer Forum Group newsletter on June 1, 2023. This newsletter was to provide the members of the forum with a gist of discussions and updates in the Technical Writer Forum Group. Welcome to the first edition of the Technical Writer Forum newsletter. This will provide you with a gist of the discussions and updates in the Technical Writer Forum Group on LinkedIn. This newsletter was edited by Raghuram Panjarangan with the help of Generative AI tools. From the moderator's desk on the second page of this newsletter, you can find a couple of interesting discussions and polls on ChatGPT and Generative. On page 4, you will find a summary of a few discussions on tools and visual aids. You can find a summary of a few interesting discussions on the technical writing career. Also, a few announcements were made on various technical writing conferences. From the moderator's desk. Group activity updates. We had an exciting month with a couple of interesting discussions on tools, process, and a rush of conference announcements. The graph is from the Technical Writer Forum Group Analytics. Top discussion of the month. The hot discussion of the month was the poll on whether our LinkedIn group must be made public. Though we received only 300 votes, I had to put the lens on the comments, where one of the comments was the following. Can you? Yes. Should you? No. If this forum goes public, I will be an ex-member. Most of the information shared here is for the benefit of those in the business, and that is why I was attracted. If that changes, there is no reason for me to stay. The moderator of the group had requested the group members to spread the word about our group or add them to the group. Thanks again to those who referred or added members to the group. The response was immense. About 400 members joined our group last month. We were racing to 50K. Robert is very active member since the group became very active since 2011. He likes madcap flair and very strong with tools, so he doesn't miss providing a valuable suggestion when members post questions on tools. Also, Robert is our unofficial moderator as he helps us remove spam or AI-generated articles that miss from the moderator's radar. Member of the Month, Robert Lauriston, member for 14 years. About the editor of this newsletter, Raghuram Panjarangan is having about 23 years of experience in tech. And started the Technical Writer Forum Group in 2009 on LinkedIn. He is currently leading the developer docs team at PayU India. He is a very active volunteer in SDC India chapter since 2018 and served as VP for the SDC India chapter between 2019-2020. He also organized the ITSI Bengaluru conference in April 2023 with other volunteers. Also, he got felicitated along with 14 others for their contribution to tech. ChatGPT and Generative AI. Sid D'Angelo started the discussion with, I'm beginning to believe that all of you who champion AI on here, particularly ChatGPT, are AI yourselves. Yep. You're pushing semi-autonomous propaganda in an attempt to hoodwink the human race. And I have it on good authority that ChatGPT has turned evil and has sold its soul to the devil. What's more, don't you find it funny that this AI thing started after Oumuamua was first spotted on 19 October 2017? The discussion highlights the potential risks and benefits of AI-generated content. While AI can be a powerful tool for generating ideas and generating buzz, it is important to be aware of the potential for bias and misinformation. A poll conducted by Andrew Douglas on will ChatGPT use cases will result in lawsuits, where about 600 members had participated and 62% of them said yes. Few comments from the poll discussion are. Kate Morris raises the concern that AI-generated content violates NDA, which could lead to lawsuits. Chuck Martin agrees that this is a possibility, but also points out that it is not clear-cut. Andrew Douglas agrees with Chuck Martin that the legal implications of AI-generated content are complex. He shares another link to an article that discusses the copyright implications of AI-generated content. Steve Hayhurst adds a light-hearted comment about macaroni and cheese. Jeff Tupp agrees with Kate Morris that there will be lawsuits related to the use of AI. He notes that the US and EU are particularly litigious and that China and Russia are likely to regulate AI heavily. Chuck Mayers points out that the legal implications of AI are similar to those of autonomous vehicles. He notes that the liability for accidents involving autonomous vehicles is not clear and that this is likely to be a major issue in the future. Laura Schneider agrees with Jeff Tuck that there will be lawsuits related to the use of AI. Luke Diaz asks to see a V&V plan for an organization that is relying on ChatGPT. David Castro shares his experience with an AI chatbot that lifted text directly from a website. He notes that this is not true generative AI and that it could lead to lawsuits if it happens with code. Robert Lauriston agrees with David Castro that there could be lawsuits related to the use of AI-generated code. He compares the situation to the Oracle v. Google lawsuit. Stacey Fisher agrees with Robert Lauriston that the copyright implications of AI-generated content are complex. Bill Ho agrees with David R. Paquette that everything results in lawsuits. Robert Lauriston shares a link to his own LinkedIn post about the legal implications of AI-generated content. David R. Paquette asks for more details about how ChatGPT could be involved in a lawsuit. Andrew Douglas provides a link to a Forbes article that discusses the legal implications of using ChatGPT safely. Here are two interesting discussions on tools. First one was from Susan Parker. She is in technical publications for 20 years and has only had 2 jobs in the field. They are looking for advice on current industry standards, such as which applications are used and what skills are most essential. They'd have been using a proprietary application for the past 10 years and are just starting to use FrameMaker. They were wondering if FrameMaker is still the industry standard and if there are any other applications they should learn. They are also interested in learning about other industry standards. Fergal McGrath says that FrameMaker is still a good tool for writing large manuals, but that software documentation has moved in different directions over the last 20 years. He suggests that Susan broaden her horizons and become acquainted with a broader range of authoring and publishing tools. Robert Lauriston agrees with Fergal and says that there is no single industry standard for technical writing tools. He suggests that Susan read through the forum and research the various tools that are available. Helen Hegelheimer says that the tools used vary by company, but that it is a good idea to learn as many as possible. She also suggests that Susan download trial versions of different tools and try them out. Shubham Singhal says that the tools don't matter as much as the skills that Susan has. He suggests that she focus on learning the Microsoft Technical Writing Standard, MSTP, which has every standard that she needs to know. The second one was from Thuria Al-Jafari. She was seeking recommendations on the best help authoring tool for her software company. She is looking for a new tool that supports both print and online publishing. Has anyone tried using ClickHelp or can offer insights on its suitability for our needs? Here are the suggestions she got from the members. Raghuram Pandurangan suggested using a trial version of common help authoring tools such as ClickHelp, Document 360, Palago, Flare, or RoboHelp. Robert Lauriston and Jenny Richards recommended Madcap Flare as the most popular single-user, single-sourcing tool. Robert suggests RoboHelp and Palago as other options. He also suggests getting free trials of these tools and testing them out to see which one you prefer. Dean Urban is using RoboHelp since it was created by Blue Sky Software. He says that the current version from Adobe has all the tools you need and produces good PDF files for publishing. There was an interesting discussion started by Salman Perkayastha. He posted a question on how visuals can help in tech. The comments suggest that visuals can be a valuable addition to technical writing, but that they should not be used as a substitute for text. It is important to consider the audience and the purpose of the document when deciding whether to use visuals, and to make sure that the visuals are clear and informative. Fergal McGrath says that visuals can be a valuable addition to technical writing, but that it is important to consider the audience and the purpose of the document. He also cautions against forcing users to watch a video if they could get the same information from text, a diagram, or a screenshot. Robert Lauriston agrees that visuals can be helpful, but he says that they should not be used as a substitute for text. He also says that users should not be forced to watch a video if they could get the same information from text. Dawn Baird says that she prefers to have visuals, even if she does not understand everything. She says that there is no downside to using visuals, and that they can help users to understand complex concepts. Shubham Singhal says that he has a good imagination and that he can create visuals in his mind if they are not provided. Rick Scheich says that he is the same way and that he cannot make sense of a lot of things without seeing them in real-world application. Rijula Menon says that she agrees with the other commenters and that visuals are a valuable addition to technical writing. A question on how visuals can help in tech. The comment suggests that visuals can be a valuable addition to technical writing, but that they should not be used as a substitute for text. It is important to consider the audience and the purpose of the document when deciding whether to use visuals and to make sure that the visuals are clear and informative. Tiana started a discussion on positions writers worked on before landing your big technical writing position. I'm a recent grad with an English degree with a track in public and professional writing. I'm looking for more insight. Here are some interesting responses from the group members. Helen Hegelheimer started out as an editor and overflow writer for TW in the group that needed help meeting their deadline. She loved that job and was eventually promoted to technical writer. Lisa Voisin started out in tech support and started documenting out processes and knowledge base. She eventually moved into a technical writing role. Lynn Gold was a programmer who also had good writing skills. She transitioned into technical writing and has been a successful technical writer for many years. Deirdre Serio worked freelance in the engineering industry for several years before moving into a technical writing role in the life insurance industry. Anna Z. started out as a technical writer but has since transitioned into a product owner role. She still works as a technical writer part-time. Tim Robinson started out as a project scientist in environmental risk assessment. After several years of writing assessment reports, he transitioned to the IT/software industry and became a technical writer. Nimrod J. started directly as a technical writer and has been in the field for 15 years. She is now a technical writer and product owner. Erwin Lee Acox Jr. worked for 9 years as a technical writer before changing careers. He completed a master's degree in training and development, then worked with a consulting group that exposed him to corporations. After he was tapped for other consulting projects from different companies as a temp, one client loved his work so much that they asked if he would be interested in contracting with them. There were a couple of announcements on STC India Annual Conference 2023. ITSI first online conference was held on 27 May, and STC Summit was held between 14-17 May in Atlanta with a packed agenda. The STC India Annual Conference will be held in Pune between June 9-10 with a pre-conference on June 8.
There were a few other discussions in the group. Tahira Muhammad was trying to find out if the job ad is a legitimate company or a scam. Here are the responses from the group. Richard Grace, he has seen similar scams many times and believes that this is one of them. He also questions whether anyone would want to be associated with a company that uses such tactics. Paul Martello, he agrees that this is a scam and warns others to stay away. He has also received similar emails in the past. Crystal Morgan, she believes that this is definitely a scam. She explains that if an employer is interested in moving forward with a candidate, they will likely only follow up once or twice. If someone is contacting you multiple times, it is a red flag. Bill Ledbetter, he agrees that it can be difficult to tell if a recruiter is legitimate or not. He has had an experience where a recruiter refused to provide a job description, which made him suspicious. Crystal Morgan, she understands how difficult it can be to tell if a recruiter is legitimate or not. She says that it has made her hesitant to interact with recruiters, but she is getting better at sifting through spam. Shubham Singhal, he also believes that this is a scam. He says that it is not normal for HR to pursue a single person so many times. He also advises that if someone asks for a sample, you should only share your portfolio. Damian Brennan, he confirms that scams are on the rise. He explains that he received dozens of emails from 2 recruitment agents in India, even after telling them that he was unavailable. He blocked and reported all further contacts from them. He believes that the scam is that they collect information from your CV for identity theft.